going on, guys? Leroy Rollins here, back at you with another video. So doing this one a little bit differently. So you're seeing me now in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. I'm showing you in the bigger screen behind me the leg workout that I did today. I believe it's March 22nd. March 22nd. So that's where we're at right now. We are approaching the 3.5 week out mark from the show. So I thought I'd give you guys a little insight on what my favorite leg exercises are. So depending on my goal, the selection of exercises may change, but for the most part they're pretty similar. The rep scheme, which determines, how much weight I'm doing, how much volume I'm doing, that may change as well based on my goals. But for the most part, these are my top 5 favorite leg exercises. Now, they might not be what you're seeing in this video, but generally speaking, these are my 5 go-tos. So first one, you've got to expect it, is a squat. Now, the squat can be used and performed in a lot of different ways. So you can do back squats, you've seen me do those. Front squats, you've seen me do those. You're probably seeing me do them in this video actually. High bar squats, low bar squats, dumbbell, kettlebell. There's a lot of variations of squats you can do, and that's because they're so good. There's so many ways you can do them. So reasons I like the squat: A, they work every lower body. They work almost every muscle in your body, not just your lower body. So glutes, quads, hamstrings, those are all getting worked in the squat. And again, it varies on how you perform them. So if you perform them, say a low bar squat to the box, you're going to activate a lot of glutes and hamstrings. If you're going to do a high bar front squat, for example, you're doing a lot of quads. But the squat is king. So if your goal is to get stronger legs, build bigger legs, I'd say start with the squat. Exercise number 2, the deadlift. Now, some people will argue that deadlifts are a back exercise and a core exercise. Some will argue it's a leg exercise. People like me argue that it's a full body exercise and it's probably one of the best ones. Now, I like the deadlift because you can go really, really heavy with the deadlift, so really overload the muscles. Again, like the squat, it works all the muscles in your lower body and 99% of the muscles in your upper body too. And you can go super heavy, as I just mentioned. So you can really overload, you can push a ton of weight on a deadlift, more so than you could do on like a leg extension or walking lunges. So my programs 99% of the time have some sort of deadlift variation. Again, just like the squat, you can vary it up with barbell, dumbbell, close stance, wide stance, different grips. You can do it very, very differently throughout the training cycle. So some weeks you can do a different stance, some weeks you can do a different grip, totally up to you, but I try to put deadlifts in my routine as much as I can. Exercise number 3, I would probably have to go with some sort of lunge. So you've seen me probably doing a lot of videos, the Smith lunge, just because that's what's available at my work and that's what I like to do. For the most part, just because I really feel it through my glutes. I find in that lunge you can push through different parts of your foot. So you could, if this was your foot and you were pushing through your heel, you feel a lot of it through your glutes, even through up the side of your hamstring. Pushing through your toes, you're going to get a little bit more quads. So the Smith lunge is great. Walking lunges with a dumbbell or a barbell. Any kind of lunge. Side lunges are even great for targeting little muscles that you might neglect. But some sort of lunge variation is definitely a key point in my leg workouts. And then the last 2 are dedicated to glute and hamstrings. So whether it's some sort of hip thrust, so you could do it with the barbell across your waist. That's a great one because, again, similar to the squat and deadlift, you can go a lot heavier on that than you can with some other exercises. And it really gets the glutes and hamstrings fired up. I love the hip thrusts. We don't have a pad solid enough to go over your hip bones, because that bar can dig in pretty good if you don't have a good enough pad, which reminds me that's something I need to invest in, because they're a great exercise and something I really want to start incorporating when I'm trying to put on a little bit of mass once this show is over. So barbell hip thrusts for number 4, or you could do it with a dumbbell or a plate, totally up to you. And then number 3 is some direct hamstring exercise, so some leg curl variation. Again, at my work, we don't have all the fancy machines, so I'm pretty stuck with a exercise ball leg curl, but I can make it work because if I really focus on my hamstrings, I can feel it. But definitely lying hamstring curl machines, seated. What else they got? There's a standing one I know at another gym here in my town. But anything that hits the hamstrings. Quads, I think a lot of people are quad dominant. That's just from years of, when people begin. I myself, when I began working out, it was squats, leg press, leg extensions, but always driving to target my quads, because quads are what you see. But you eventually learn that, especially in bodybuilding, you need to be well-rounded everywhere. So having strong glutes, strong hamstrings, that's going to pay off. If you're an athlete, a lot of your power comes from behind you. So having good quads, good hamstrings and good glutes, that's where you're going to get a lot of your power from. So just to recap, guys: squats, deadlifts, some kind of lunge, some kind of hip thrust, and then direct hamstring stuff. My examples were the leg curl. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.